actions within a set. Looks like you guys have kind of executed that over the last handful of games. How has that kind of developed over the last 3-4 games here, going into those longer actions?
I think we've been emphasizing it the last few weeks. Sometimes we could get a good shot, but like getting the defense moving, we'll get an even better shot if we be a little bit more patient. We've been emphasizing that, especially since the Denver game, and I think we've been, implementing that more.
Did you see Joe try to block Royce, and what was your reaction to that after the timeout?
No, I didn't see that, but that sounds like Joe Mazzulla, but I didn't see that one. No.
Have you seen him do it in the past? He said he's done that before.
Yeah, I've definitely seen him do it in the past, and like if the guy like keeps trying to shoot, like Joe will just keep playing defense, like he'll take it as far as he needs to. But I missed that one. I wish I'd seen it though.
Jaylen, do you feel like this is the best you've played overall in your career, just combining everything, most comfort that you've had on both ends?
Talking about like right now or what?
Yeah, like right now, say over the last month.
Yeah, I think this whole season. I just feel like I improved on a lot of the stuff that I needed to work on. I just overall just improved my mentality, but just attack my weaknesses. And I feel like some of the stuff that, you could say about me last year, you can't say about me this year. So I'm excited to go into the playoffs and keep it going and prove the same thing.
Is there anything specifically that drove you to improve, drove you to change the mindset?
Yeah, loss. I mean, when you lose, when you come up short, and on your home floor, when things don't go your way, it's a quote that I like, when things don't go your way, when you don't get what you want, what you got was experience. And I love that quote. And I think that, we've had losses, we've had embarrassment, we've had mistakes, and, I've used it all to just improve.
You've gone from just the progression of you guys as playmakers and the ability to read defenses, like the Suns just allowing you to go one-on-one tonight, them doubling Jason at the top three-point line. What's that progression like of you guys reading the game and like behind the scenes, especially this season?
That's it right there. Being able to recognize, how teams are guarding us, where the coverage is at, and then playing from there. And I think that night to night, being able to have a focus, being able to have the attention to detail, to shift and be humble enough to allow whatever needs to happen. And I think that's where the growth is has been, and I think that's where it got to continue as teams try to guard us different ways. Expose whatever it is that they're giving up and live with those results.
Jaylen over here. Did you catch Joe's contest on Royce O'Neal in the fourth quarter there?
No, I just answered that. I wish I'd seen it, but no, I didn't see it. That sounds like Joe though, for sure.
So when you see, you probably heard like his whole thing is, if we want them to contest, then we expect us to contest. He's had all these different ways of being like, we have to hold the same standard for across the staff, organization, stuff like that. When you see him having those kind of rules, how does that affect you with the different ways that you go about your day-to-day?
It definitely starts from the top, but we're all in this together, from the organization, from the coaching staff to the players. And I think that's what creates the environment. It's a respect level, there's no hierarchies. We all come together and come to work, and everybody comes to do their job. And Joe sets the tone with just coming and being, prepared first. He's diligent, and then, he allows us to be who we are. So we've been very well coached, we've been disciplined, and we haven't had so many lapses this season. I feel like we've been a focused team, the smarter team, and some of that stuff, that's coaching that adds up.
Beating the passing lanes like a DB, you did it a couple times again tonight. What's gone into that? And Joe said he thought your defense early led to your offense, like just the enthusiasm you showed. Can you touch on that?
I feel like I've been, doing it all year, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Just defensively, before the season, I made a commitment that I wanted to be first team, all defense, and I feel like, being a playmaker on defense, also being solid, making guys have tough nights, being uncomfortable, chasing guys around, whatever it takes. Just being able to show your defensive versatility. Like we praise offense and we highlight offense and emphasize offense, and basketball is two sides of the sport, and to have a variety, to have an arsenal on the defensive end of the side of the basketball doesn't get enough praise because it's a skill set. being able to guard guys, being able to chase guys, being able to anticipate passing lanes, switch on the bigs, chase guys off screens, shooters, whatever it is. You know, I pride myself in being able to be versatile because everybody can't do that. Everybody can't chase a guy off a screen, then battle a big, then pressure a guy full court. But just having a different arsenal in defense, you know, I've been able to learn from some of the best, taking stuff from Marcus, taking stuff from D-Way, taking stuff from Drew. You know what I mean? Studying some of the guys that we had, time and anticipation. And this year, I've just been able to. I feel like I've been having a really good year on that side of the ball. So that's what goes into it.
Jaylen, I think the reason you didn't see Joe's contest is because your back was turned and you were screaming to the crowd after you dunked on Grayson Allen. What exactly do you say, and what were you saying to the crowd? Because you get fired up in those moments. What do you say when you are looking at the crowd?
To be honest, sometimes you don't even remember, or like when you get caught up in the game, you just are caught up in the game. So right there, that was a good moment for us to encapsulate a win. Phoenix has been playing well. They had some rest. We just coming off of a long road trip. You know, this could have been a game that we come out sluggish, but, you know, we had the right mentality. We come out and take care of business. So that says a lot about this team. That says a lot about how we've been prepared, how we've been coached, and we got to keep that mentality up.
Jaylen, you've talked here about your mentality. Once upon a time, you might have let certain things get to you on the floor and maybe not stay as present during games, and that's something that's clearly changed. And that dunk on Grayson Allen's kind of an example of you missing a shot, staying with it, not letting it kind of shake you, and you make the next play. What's that growth been like for you to kind of get away from letting plays linger, letting mistakes linger, and just moving on to the next play and being able to make those next plays?
Nothing has gone into it. I feel like I've been growing every year I've been in the league. Obviously, just as you get more mature, more experience, things start to develop a little bit more. But I think the ultimate, you know, what I would credit to like the level of growth from this season is just like loss, like you know, coming up short, you know, really attacking your weaknesses, you know, losing on your home floor, one game from the finals, you know, that can bring out the worst or the best in people. So I think that's what I would accredit.